This is Laura Cecere. I'm interviewing the technologists that'll be at the Supply Chain Insights Global Summit to get their insights on Supply Chain 2030 and also to get them to share their technology. Hi, Kevin. Welcome to the show today.
Hi, Laura. Thanks for having me.
All right, Kevin, tell the group a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your company.
Sure. So I'm Kevin Wong. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Nulogy. And Nulogy is a really unique company. We have this very exciting North Star statement that we think is quite unique. And it goes, by uniting supply chain communities, Nulogy enables sustainable innovation to meet everyday needs of people. And I thought I would take a little time here on your show to unpack that a bit. This is something that I haven't been able to do because we've just been bringing this together recently, and I'm sort of excited to unveil this a little bit with you today. But to unpack that a little bit, to start with, like everyday people, we're seeing more and more desire from consumers and people for increased personalization. People want products faster, more sustainably, with higher quality and with great cost, and that's driving a lot of complexity in the supply chain. So CPGs and their external suppliers are really struggling to be orchestrated and unified to meet these demands, maintain that responsiveness, flexibility, and agility needed for responding to these new product introductions and really trying to be agile, really. And in order to meet those needs, these companies need to act as one, and Nulogy has developed a platform, an agile customization platform that helps provide visibility, real-time data access, and really critically sort of inter-organizational workflow control, which actually allows the companies to act like they're all part of the same company and not a bunch of different parties trying to coordinate with spreadsheets and emails and paper.
Well, Kevin, I think you've got something to show us today, a little bit about what you do. Can you tell us a little bit about the technology and show us what the solution looks like?
Yeah, definitely. We thought it would be best to maybe show a little video that actually provides a little bit more context. So I'll just sort of step you through this as well here too. We have sort of in front of you, you picture this is a dashboard from our Agile customization platform that would be seen on the CPG side. And as you sort of like zoom out here, you can imagine we're making some sort of cosmetics kit or something like that. We're going to switch over to this external supplier where materials would be getting received and brought into the warehouse. So you imagine the challenge of maintaining inventory visibility across multiple tiers in the supply chain and making sure that you keep track of this to reduce inventory obsolescence. That's a huge challenge and really leads to a lot of waste. But the information is being collected directly out of the external suppliers and being provided back immediately to a dashboard here on the CPG side. So switching back here, we sort of simulating following through now different milestones on the journey of this order towards ultimately completion. So just to kind of highlight that, even as inventory is being moved around in the warehouse, being picked down to the production line, for example, that information is visible right out to a brand, thousands of miles away. And by collecting that data right from the shop floor, I think we're going to switch into production here. The data is really, really high quality, so it's not being keyed into some sort of portal manually or being emailed around. It's coming directly off the shop floor. So the data is not only coming in instantaneously, but is coming in with very high quality as well too. So we just kind of complete through the journey here. We go through that quality inspection stage there. I guess is a good point to really highlight what I'm talking about when I talk about inter-organizational workflow control. If you can imagine, with this kind of platform, you're able to, say, take a lot of a particular product that there's a quality issue with and hold it across your entire supplier network with the click of a button. And we think by building this platform specifically for these heterogeneous supply chain communities, the brands, and their external suppliers, we have a very unique offering that really nobody has anything like. So again, uniting supply chain communities, enabling sustainable innovation to meet those everyday needs of people.
Well, Kevin, as we face 2030, how do you see your solution working with the supply chain? How do you see people using it?
Well, we spend a lot of time thinking about the future of supply chain, and that's really driven the vision and strategy and this North Star that I was kind of sharing with you here. In the future, we think that there's going to be more and more specialization in supply chain. It's really not going to be a chain at all, but more of a supply network. And if you go back to a little bit of sort of theory, the father of sort of modern day economics, Adam Smith, wrote this book, Wealth of Nations, and the whole point there is that increased specialization is what drives wealth, but the obstacle to that is actually market efficiencies or inefficiencies rather. And with the development of new technology, the internet, software as a service, platforms like ours are actually driving down the transactional costs of these different parties working together to enable more and more specialization and more flexibility and ultimately wealth generation for the parties involved. So we really see our product and our strategy very closely tied to the future of supply chain. And I think we're going to be a big part of that future.
Well, Kevin, I look forward to seeing you at the summit. Anything else you want to add in terms of how people get ready?
I think it's really important for companies to start thinking about not just digital transformation of their organizations, but digital transformation of their communities and the whole ecosystem around them. So it's very topical right now. People are thinking about how to modernize and digitalize, but I don't think as many companies, like sort of only the leading companies, are really thinking about how to take that strategy beyond their four walls. And I think that's going to be really important for the success of companies into the future.
Well, safe journeys. I look forward to seeing you in Chicago.
Yep, looking forward to it. See you soon.
All right. Bye now.